Hi Flosstube, I'm Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. And today is, just check, the 29th of December 2024, and it's a Sunday. It's a little bit, it's brightish, it's not raining, and we have had some pockets of sunshine this morning, so it's quite a nice day up here in the Peak District. Today's video is not a normal Flosstube, it's a Flosstube extra, and it's going to be a review of the Historical Sampler Company's Advent box. I'm going to show you what we received each day in the Advent box and tell you a bit about it and how you can register your interest if you think, oh, I wish I hadn't missed out on that, how you can register your interest for next year's box with an email sign up that commits you to nothing, but it just means that they'll send you an email near the time that they're releasing them so that you can sign up and say, yes, I want to buy one of those. I will say just here, and I will probably say it again throughout, that the Advent box was very kindly gifted to me by Historical Sampler Company. So I didn't pay for it. They sent it to me for free. And I obviously accepted. But this review is going to be true. What I'm going to tell you is what I think of each product, each thing that we got, and how I think the box has come together. A little bit of a quick version of that is that I think it's a great box, and I definitely would buy it. If I hadn't have been gifted it, I would have bought it. So yeah, no question. I really have enjoyed it. So I'll go through and I'll show you what we got each day. There's a couple of things that I haven't got here. One of the charts that I stitched, I then passed on the paper copy to a friend. So I'll pop a couple of pictures in for the couple of bits that are missing, but everything else is here to show you. Obviously, if you have any questions or comments, then do pop them down below or message me. My email and my Instagram will be in the show notes below. Yeah, and let's see what it was all about. So basically the box comes, it is a big box. This is the box. Obviously it says on there that it's the Robin Christmas Patchwork Advent box. So it came along with the Robin Christmas Patchwork Stitch Along, mine did, which was also gifted to me, which if you go back in my previous videos, you'll see you'll see progress on that. And I can't remember if I'd finished it in my last video, but if not, you'll see it in my next one. So it's a really sturdy, thick cardboard box, and it's got a hidden magnetic closure. And then inside was all the little red paper bags with each item in. And then there's lots of tissue paper. On the top, when you opened the box, there was this bag and this bag. So I'll show you those first. I'll put that down there. Oh, and I should just say, if you haven't watched my video that I filmed yesterday, I am wearing a giant fluffy hoodie style top because we don't have any heating apart from a standalone little heater that's sort of the other end of the room. Our heating had been playing up, and we managed to get it to a point where it would, if we left it in the on and just used the thermostat to kind of bring it on and off when we needed it, it worked fine. And then just over a week ago on the Saturday, not yesterday, Saturday, over a week, we had a series of little power cuts and it kicked it out. And now we've got hot water, but no heating. So it's chilly in here, so hoodie is on. Okay, so in the top of the box, in the stripy bag, is we got some finishing items. So there's a big piece of card that we can use for mounting some of the chart finishes. That also came with some lovely gingham to either back or put behind finishes, and that was in the top in the bag. In this little bag was a thread card with I mean, it looks like a rat's nest now, but all the threads we needed to complete all the little projects that come in the advent box that you'll see as we go along. Now, I have taken the ones that I've needed off and put them in baggies. Historical Sampler Company seem to use very similar colours in quite a few of their different designs. So where I've had previous kits from them, I've kept the threads and I've kind of gone back and used them up from previous stitch alongs or previous kits. So yeah, so there's still quite a few on there, although I have done some of the charts from the advent box. So that was all in the top, all ready and waiting for day one. So day one, we got this lovely chart, Gingerbread House. And this chart was in the first envelope and it came with a piece of fabric as well. It was 16 count Ada and it was in a greeny colour. That looks quite bluey on there, but it is green, sort of a sage green. Now I've left my finish of this on the other side of the room. So I'll pop a picture in here of my finish. I have stitched it and finished it, but not fully finished it, but there it is. Day two, we got this little pot. And inside the pot were finishing trims and bits and pieces. So there is 2 different colour pom-pom trims. So we got some red and we got some white. There was also some, whoop, nearly threw it on the floor then, some ribbon, some tiny rickrack, tiny little gingham bow, and a couple of, you probably won't be able to see these very well, tiny little bells. I don't know if that's going to show, but yeah, tiny little bells, all inside this little pot, ready to use and finish the charts that come up in the box. So as you can see on the first one that I just showed you, they finished it into like a little flat hanging ornament using some of the ribbon and some of the pom-pom trim. So that's what I intend to do when I get round to FFOing mine. Day 3 was this gorgeous needle minder. Little gingerbread man there. Super cute. Day 4 was a set of wooden floss drops. So there's a star, a tree, and a gingerbread man. Oops. And they're glittery, you can see that there, look, you can see there's a bit of shimmer in them. Day 5 was another chart. I'll have to pop a picture in here. It was Christmas robins. I finished it, again I'll pop another picture in of my finish, and then I sent the paper chart and some of the leftover threads to my friend Adele, so I don't have the actual physical paper copy. With all of these charts, all of the charts that come in the advent box, the day after it's been in the box, the next day we got an email with a PDF version of the chart as well. So if you wanted to work from it from Markup RXP or Pattern Keeper, you could, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. Really great touch. I don't mind working from paper patterns or digital. I'm not bothered. What you know, if it had just come as a paper pattern, that's what I'd have worked from and it wouldn't have bothered me. But there was something really nice about that they'd really thought it through. And you didn't get it on the day it was released in case like you hadn't opened your box that day. It came the next day. It was just perfect. So, but I did send my paper version, like I say, to Adele. Then where are we? Day 6 was these gorgeous scissors. So heart-shaped red-handled scissors, really nice. And they come with this little protective bit on the tip, which is always good. Day 7 was some Anchor gold thread and it's number 00300. Just a really nice shimmery gold thread. Day 8 was something a little bit different. It was a make your own macrame gonk kit. Now, I haven't done macrame before, and you do need a couple of little things extra that don't come with this kit to make it, but I'm going to give it a go next year at some point. It's very cute, and I have seen that some people, I've seen their finish of it on Instagram, and it does look good. Day 9 was a set of Christmas tags. So there was 3 altogether. There was robins and trees, really focusing on my face, and a snowman. Now you can use these for whatever you want, obviously. They come with a little bit of ribbon on, so you could use them as gift tags to put on presents. I was going to use them as tags for my project bags maybe. I have seen that somebody on Instagram had punched a bigger hole at the bottom and used them as floss drops, which I thought was quite a nice idea. So I might even steal that idea and do that. Then day 10 was the snowman snow globe chart. So this is the chart, and that came with a piece of, did that come with green fabric as well? Yeah, so the robins were a blue piece of fabric, you'll have seen. Yeah, this came with the same green, sage green Ada as before, and it also came with a little canvas and easel to mount it on and display it on. So I have finished the snowman snow globe. I'll pop a picture in here. I haven't FFO'd it yet, but it is stitched. And I did change mine slightly. So when you've just seen the photo, you'll notice that on the chart, there are candy canes in the snow globe. And I wasn't so keen on those bits, so I left the candy canes out and just did a few more single stitches for snowflakes. Okay. So day 11 was some little charms. Now, I think they're in the bottom of that pot somewhere, but they'll be very difficult to show. So I'll pop a picture in here of all the little charms. And I think people got different ones. So it was really nice seeing other people's Flosstubes or Instagrams where they'd showed pictures of what they got compared to what I got. So there was little Santas and little snowmen. They're really, really sweet little charms that you can just add to any stitching. It doesn't have to be these particular charts. You could put a little piece of ribbon or a little piece of thread through them and add them to a card or a gift tag. You could put a ring through them and put them on your floss drops. They're quite a versatile little thing and very, very sweet. So that was those. Day 12 was some more metallic thread, this time in silver, 00301, an anchor silver metallic thread. Very shimmery. And again, you can use that for anything that you want. Day 13 was Merchant and Mills needle threaders. So it came like this, and then when we got inside, there's a little wax paper bag, and inside there are 2 needle minders. They're just the same. What have they got on them? So it tells you on them how to use them, and they come with quite a big sort of tab. And basically you pop that through the eye of your needles, put your thread through and pull it back, and it will thread your needle for you. So very, very useful. They seem quite sturdy as well, because obviously you can get these in various shapes, sizes and forms and brands. But some of them I've had are quite flimsy, but they seem quite strong. So I'll give those a go. Day 14 was another needle minder. Gorgeous reindeer there. Day 15, we were on to another chart. So day 15's chart I haven't stitched, but it is this lovely reindeer biscornu. That little button came in the little pot of trims, and then this chart came with a piece of the sort of petrol blue Ada to make the biscornu. And you do get the chart for the top and the bottom. There's a design for the bottom, so it's stitched on both sides, and then you just put it together. Does it have the instructions? I'm sure it does. Yep, and it has full instructions of how to make up the biscornu as well, so that's really great. So I look forward to making that. Day 16, we got some hand cream, which is always, I think, quite nice, you know, to have different things as well, because obviously some of these things aren't necessarily specifically for cross stitch, but having nice soft hands is always good. So this is gingerbread moisturizing hand cream. Now I haven't tried mine, but again, watching other people's floss tubes and seeing their Instagrams, apparently it smells amazing. Day, where am I? Day 17 is a packet of needles. So these are the brand Whitecroft, and they are size 26 needles, which is probably my go-to size. So although I do use the ball tip needles most often, but they're great. Then day 18 was a little stamp, so a little rubber stamp, and it says stitched with love, and there's a needle. Not really. That was probably my, I guess, least favourite. Sounds a bit harsh. It's probably something I won't use. But I think out of the whole box, that's the only thing that I probably won't use. So day 19, I'm surprised this is still here. Hot chocolate. So it's basically like a giant hot chocolate on a wooden spoon with all the marshmallows, and it gives you full instructions of how to make it up if you haven't done it before. Into hot chocolate, dark mint. So that is something to look forward to. Then we got another chart, and this time it was this beautiful Christmas ornament, Christmas bauble. Now that picture on the chart makes that fabric look very blue, but it's actually comes with the fabric, which is not blue at all. It's a sort of pale grey with white dots on it. So that's another one to go into the to be stitched pile. Next we've got a tree decoration. So if I can find the, oh there we go. So it came in packaging and it was folded up flat like this. And then on this side and this side there are magnets. So when you open it out, the magnets snap together and you have a hanging tree decoration. It's really, really pretty, and obviously having the magnets, you can fold it back up and store it really easily for following years. So that's really nice. I really, really like this this day. Then day 22 was another good one. It's the brand Millwood needle case. Not going to focus very well. And basically you screw off the top and then you can keep your needles inside. I do have some of my, do I? Yeah. Some of my ball tipped needles in there. So really, really useful. I was using a little plastic pot that the needles come from when I buy them from Lakeside, which is perfectly serviceable. But now I've got that, I've popped them in there instead. So really love that one. Day 23 was another chart, Christmas banner chart, which I haven't stitched, but I will. Really, really pretty. And that came with the fabric, which is just a plain white 16 count Ada. Gorgeous thread colours on there. And then day 24, the last day, was something fun. And it's a little gonk with dangly legs. So my first thought was, oh, it's to hang on the tree. But then I realised it doesn't have a ribbon or a tie or a thread. That actually it's a little sort of sitting gonk. So you sit him on the edge of a shelf where he's been sitting all Christmas, and his legs dangle down, and it's just so cute, such good fun. So yeah. So that's it. That was the whole of the advent calendar. Like I say, I think the only thing that I probably won't use is the rubber stamp. Other than that, I've just really enjoyed it. I've liked everything. I don't know if I've got a favourite thing really, because there's just too many nice things. And there is a really good mixture of stitchy things and non-stitchy things. I didn't do a count up, but stealing from Laura, who is Butterfly Stitches 83 and Cotton and Clay UK, on her Flosstube, I think she said there was 13 stitchy gifts, and then some of the rest weren't. But I don't know. We got 6 charts in the box, but that's 6 kits if you think about it, because we'd already got the threads at the beginning, and each chart came with fabric. So you had everything, and then we've been given all the finishing supplies for all of those charts as well. So they're full kits really, when you think about it like that. You know, extra needles, but they're quality products as well, I think. So like I was saying about the needle minders, they feel pretty sturdy. They're not those little cheapy silver ones that you can get everywhere. You know, there's a thought, they've put a lot of thought, in my opinion, into this box and what's going into it. I think they had listened to feedback from last year where some people had said that there were too many gifts in it that weren't stitchy related, not enough charts, and some people weren't very happy about that. And they've taken that on board. And like I say, in this year, the majority of the things were completely stitchy related. But it's nice to get a little bit of a mixture. So, for example, the Christmas tree hanging decoration and the little sitting gonk, that's just, you know, it's Christmas. So, you know, you want a few Christmassy things. Well, I do. So I can say that I've really enjoyed this box. And like I said at the beginning, it was gifted to me by Historical Sampler Company, so I didn't pay for it, but I absolutely would. It's definitely value for money. I think it was £97 something to buy on its own without the stitch along kit. So just if it was £100, let's say, it's definitely value for money. The products were really good quality, the little kits and everything. I've really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed coming down every day, opening my little bag, seeing what's inside. So definitely recommend, highly recommend if you're thinking about getting an advent calendar for next year. Down in the show notes will be the link to where you can sign up to show your interest, which means you can put in your email and you'll get an email nearer the time saying, hey, our advent boxes are going on sale on whatever date. You know, make sure you don't miss out. You're not committing to anything. You're not saying you want one. You're just sort of saying, remind me, as it were, nearer the time so that I don't forget, because it was great. Now, there are lots of Flosstubes out there also doing reviews of various advent calendars. Talking of Laura just before, she's done a review of all the advent calendars that she had this year, one of them being Historical Sampler Company. She also had a Puntini, and the Evertote Roxy Flossco Modern Folk Embroidery collab. So definitely go and look at other people's if you're thinking about getting an advent calendar next year. I don't think Shell, who is Cheesecake and Cross Stitch, has done reviews as such, but if you go and watch her Flossmas videos, she did a video every day opening advent calendars, and she had more than one advent calendar, 6 or 7. So there was a real variety there of different advent calendars from different companies, a real mix. I think for me, watching hers, the Maloka Designs advent calendar looked really good, and Bothy Threads looked really good. So, you know, there are lots out there, but I would definitely highly recommend Historical Sampler Company's advent box if you're thinking about it for next year. And that's it. Just a quick little video, quick little review. I'll be back next week I'm going to film next weekend with my regular Flosstube, which will just be a kind of wrap up of my December stitching. And I did, like I say, I did film yesterday, so if you want to go back and check that out, that was a roundup of what I'd got done in 2024 and what my 2025 plans are. So do go and have a look at that. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if, like I said, if you have any questions, then do pop them below. But if not, happy stitching, guys.